Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. Today is going to be, or actually today's the start of a really big week for us. We are massaging a couple little things, and you'll be seeing all kinds of different changes in your back office. Um, some of you will be coming up to your expiration dates, and I will tell you that it's very simple for you to go ahead and renew. What you need to do is go into your finances and go into your invoices area, and if you have a balance, you're able to pay with your balance or PayPal or credit card. All you need to do to be able to get to that section is to check the 4 boxes with the terms and conditions, and then those tabs will open up. So a lot of you have balances which you can pay from your balance, very, very easy, or if you need to pay through PayPal, you'll find those, but you will need to check those 4 boxes before the pay button shows up. Okay, that's one thing that's there. We are going to put a little note for people, so it's going to make it very understandable. We're going to be making a lot of different videos on the different pay tabs. There's a new invoice section now also in your back office, which breaks down how you're making your money, your commissions from individual sales and memberships, and as well in those invoices, if you pay another invoice or another membership renewal, those will be there too. So you can have a track of every single transaction that's happening in your back office. Yeah, just a lot of really good stuff. It's been a really busy morning, but we actually amazingly covered a lot of stuff, got a lot of stuff done, and it's going to be a very interesting week. I know that Darren is working on some really cool marketing things, and we are going to set everybody up to mentally get into this marketing mentality, okay? Some of the images, by the way, guys, are really, really work. I've been doing some testing on some of the images. I will tell you that one of the greatest images that's working for me right now in Facebook, which has got me about 11 opt-ins now, is the woman with the black lace and the red lips. Okay, I don't know what it is. It's a subconscious attention grabber. It's working really, really good. And then the other one, it's the woman with the dark hair that's sort of like a little pouty face. That one's working also. That's just my own personal thing, but I'm telling you, those are getting people to click on the link and open it up. Okay, so they are working. I know as well as other people working on some stuff, and we do have a good group of leaders who are testing different things, and they're all willing to share things. So we're going to be putting on a lot of different marketing things out there for people to go ahead and get into. And I know that Darren's got some really good stuff that we're going to basically work through this week to get you up to Friday to have you have the tools in place and everything to work right for you to be able to get started and to explode this business, because this thing is really going to blow up. So with that, I think I'll go right to Darren and let him tell you about the reason why we're here today.
Thanks, Bart. Yes, first of all, I am with new pens, so there's going to be some new drawings going on my flip chart. But just a couple of things. First one is just to confirm, there seems, it may be my fault, but there seems to be a little bit of confusion around renewal dates, because when we did the Hangout, when was it, last week, we talked about cut-off being on the 15th and obviously paying people, blah, blah, blah. The renewal dates have not changed. It may be, like I say, a confusion that I've probably spread that seed. Now, what it is, if you, for example, if you paid initially on the 1st of August, then your renewal date will be on the 1st of September. If you paid on the 19th of August, then your renewal date will be on the 19th of September, 19th of October, November, December, and so on and so on. So it's whatever date that you paid on, that is your renewal date. But as Bart has already said, you'll have that information. Will be really clear on the back office, so so you won't miss out. So that's that. The other one, and this is a real biggie. Now, what you cannot do, all right, we rightly or wrongly, we turned a bit of a blind eye to it over a couple of weeks, where people were using the same credit card to bring, or the same credit card effectively, to bring multiple people in. Now, I don't know what the arrangement is. Perhaps they're piffing them in. I really don't know, and it is not our concern. What is our concern is that we cannot, it's part of our contract, okay, so this is really, really important. It's part of our contract that we cannot have multiple digital purchases on the same card, because there's a risk of money laundering. Okay, physical products, so if you want to buy 10 computers on the same card, not an issue because you have physical products. But because digital products are a world unto their own, is that there's a risk or there's a perception of money laundering. So we can't continue to allow that to happen. Now, fortunately,
let me step in here too. That is for PayPal as well. Okay, so that is our merchant account and PayPal. It's definitely a real issue. It's a real issue in many, many ways, guys. And one of them being the way that our system is set up with cookies. When you make a payment like that and you pay through PayPal to pay for someone else, guess what? It looks like you're upgrading your own account. And that becomes a big nightmare. So we can't do that. Another thing is, listen, it's really easy for someone to set up a PayPal account. If that's what you're wishing to do, you need to send the money to PayPal. Have them set up a PayPal account. It doesn't even have to be verified. You can send money right to their account, and they're able to pay for their own membership. So that is one solution for sure. As far as on the merchant account side, if you need to pay for someone else with a credit card, you can tell them, listen, they can go buy a prepaid card, and they're able to pay for it themselves, and that'll stop all those issues. It's very important that we do get that clear because it's not going to work for us. I pay out by Wednesday. I'll have a method for you to understand how that's going to work. If you need to bring in a bunch of people, it's a wire method. You have them send you invoices, and then you have a large invoice you need to fund. We're going to get that really, really clear for you, crystal clear, so you'll understand that. And I just wanted to say that. Go ahead, Darren. Sorry about that.
No, it's fine. Brilliant. It's vitally important. Okay, and there are two major businesses that are struggling out there, and one of them has come a cropper on just using that system. So, it is incredibly important. We're not under threat. What we're doing is, obviously, we've got legal guys who are aware of all this sort of stuff, and they're obviously giving us a heads up ahead of time. So we're trying to be ahead of the curve on this. All right. So that's the lecture over with. Now on to, I'm just going to mute you, Bart. So we're now going to go and do the golden napkin presentation. Now, some of you may have seen this or this format before. It is really, really good. Now, I was shown this style about maybe even 10 years ago. And I use this, and you will notice the theme of what I do now in a lot of stuff of what I do online and with videos and things like that. And it's simply what I try to do is I try to boil down what can be seen as being very, very complicated and try and put it into really small little bite-sized numbers that most people, if they practice it, I'm not going to say you're going to get this right first time, but if you practice it, and if you work through this with me with a piece of paper and a pen, then you will see how the whole thing works. And I'm hoping that as we go through it, there's a couple of light bulbs will start to go off in your head. Nice one, Bart. Now, the important thing of this is this same presentation can be put onto anything. So, okay, I'm going to do a presentation on Zukul, clearly, but you can use this same method on absolutely anything. All right, it's really important to understand that. So if you've got people that you're wanting to train or develop or coach or whatever, then again, it might be a good idea to grab a copy of this Hangout, trim this bit down. Hopefully, if I get it right first time, that'd be great. If not, then I'll try again next week. And trim this bit down, and then just make sure that you go through it a few times. And like I say, it'll make things really, really straightforward. Now, we call it the golden napkin method simply because, in theory, you should be able to explain anything using a napkin and a piece of paper. Okay. Now, I've got a big piece of paper behind me, and I've got some brand new pens, so I'm going to go in and just quickly shift. Now, I do apologise because I'm a little bit tight for space here. So, first of all, can you see this? Can you see where it says Zukul at the top? Okay, lovely. Right, okay. Now, we all know at Zukul, and I hope I don't garrot myself with this. Hang on, if I turn this around. Oh, wouldn't you believe it, the thing won't wear around. Okay, right. Okay, so we have, let's draw a couple of lines down here. Okay, we always like lines because it keeps things nice and ordered. And then we have, as you know, $25 package, we have a $50 package, we have a $200 package. Okay, now those are the three packages that we have at the moment. Straightforward, yeah? Now, we know that the affiliate program, and this is this is particularly for, I'm going to get a lot of exercise on this one. This is particularly for people, okay, initially, who are just going to come in with a $25 because they're risk averse, okay, they don't want to risk too much, they're not sure it will work, and that is always going to be the vast majority of people that you're going to introduce, all right? So this is focused at them, all right? However, as we go through it, all of a sudden you'll start to say, right, okay, all right. Well, perhaps you won't, perhaps I'll do a rubbish job, but here we go. So you've got your 3 packages. Now we know, based on what we've seen over the past couple of weeks, that 20% of the people who pay, all right, this isn't people who come into your list, so about 20% of people that pay will go for the $25 package. Now, they may start at the $25 and then upgrade, okay, but overall, what will happen is 20% will come in at 25, about 60% are coming in at 50, and about 20% will come in at 200. Now, those are rough numbers. There is an economic rule which talks about 80-20, all right? These numbers may change, but roughly over all the businesses that I've been involved in, that has been the spread, and Zukul has been no different. So that's effectively the way that it works. Now, you'll remember that the affiliate presentation that I did, a bit too low now, the affiliate presentation that I did, I talked about tens. So 10 is a bit of a scary number for people. So what we're going to talk about is we're going to talk about 5. So we're talking about 5 people, all right? That is a manageable conceptual number that most people can get their head around. Okay, so this is 5 people that are paid people, all right? So let's just draw a line here. So you bring in 5 paying people frontline to you. Now we know that 20% of them are going to go into that package. We know that 60% of them are going to go into the $50 package, and we know that one person or 20% are going to go for the $200 package. All right. Now the beauty of Zukul, as you know, even if you're at the $25 level, you will collect affiliate payments here. All right. So it's irrespective of where you are. All right. So you know that you're going to pick up $10 there, which will obviously equals $10. You're going to pick up $11 per person there, which obviously equals $33, and you know you're going to pick up $50 there, which again equals $50. And that's fairly straightforward, and I think most people understand that concept. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to explain and show these people how to do exactly what you've done. And I know everybody gets very uptight about the fact that, well, I've never shown anybody or taught anybody. That really is not going to be an issue. And I think by Friday, you will understand that we will have effectively the ultimate, and if you, again, use this if you want. So what is Zukul? Is an often question. Okay, Zukul is probably easily explained as being the ultimate online, offline marketing platform that you can point to any business. All right, it doesn't have to be Zukul, it can be any business, and it's so ultimate we will even supply the computer. All right, so whatever it is, okay, that's Zukul. All right, in a nutshell. All right, so you've got 5 people that you've brought in. You just show them the back office. We've got videos on every page, we've got modules, we have lots of bells and whistles that will be added during the course of this week. I don't want to get into that today, but we'll have lots of bells and whistles that will be added during the course of this week. And in October, they'll even be able to buy a computer to actually do the business. So there is really no excuse. So they go out and they bring in 5 people, all right, each. So it brings 25. Now again, as I've already said, some people will do this within a week, all right? Some people may take a month, 2 months, 6 months, a year. It really doesn't matter, okay? The time scale is irrelevant. Don't focus on the money, all right? That's the big thing that has to go out there. I know it's easy for people to say that if they have money, but please don't focus on the money. Focus on the individuals. You bring in 5 people and you show them how to do this business. They go out and do exactly the same thing, all right? So, same scenario, 20% of them will come in at that level, all right, the $25. you'll have 15 of them will come in at the $50 level, and you'll have 5 of them which will come in at the $200 level. And because it's the second level commission payments, you'll be earning $5, $6 and $30 respectively, which, if my maths is correct, is 25, 90, 150. Okay. Now again, as we've already said, we will then go out, work with these people, and obviously we will bring in 125 people on that level there. Now remember, you're only working with these 5. These people are working with their 5. These people are working with their 5. Okay, it's really straightforward and simple. 20% of them, or 25 people, will pay you $4 effectively. 75 people, or 60% of them, will pay you $5, and 25 people, or $10, will pay you $10. Okay, so overall that is $100, $375, $250. Okay, straightforward, we think. Now, with the calculator, we have, so from this column here, you have brought in $135. Okay, I'll just draw a line here. $498 and $450. Okay, so what does that all mean? I'm going to use a red pen now. So if you are a beginner, okay, your out-of-pocket cost, if you like, has been $25. Yeah, and I think Jeremy refers to it as sweat equity. So you put some work in, you put some effort in, you put some time in. Okay, you've used some of the tools that we've got, you've used some of the training that we've got, you've gone out, and this is based on the fact that you know nobody. All right, you've gone out and used everything. Right, you've automatically generated yourself $135 here. Okay, now that's a one-off payment, as we know. Okay, but it's $135. Now you could spend that on traffic, you could spend that on anything, paid advertising, do whatever you want with it, or you might have spent $100 to get your 5 people in. Well, you've now got that money back. Okay, so there's lots of ways that you can legitimize that section for yourself. You've also made a monthly residual income of $498 and $450, because remember, this is the affiliate payments. So you've now got $948. So you've now made $1,083. Okay. Now all you need to understand and remember is 5 times 5 times 5. Okay. You don't really need to remember all of these numbers here. You just need to know that the total people there, which is 155 people, okay, has made you $1,000, of which 948 of that is every single month. And again, we use the same principle. What if you only did half of that? Well, 155 people, what's that? That's 75-ish people, okay, and you've made $500. If you did a tenth of it, so that would be 15 people, okay, 15 people in your whole business, and you're still going to be making $100, okay. So we're not talking masses of numbers in order for this pay plan to work. However, we have another pay plan, as you'll remember, because we have 2 funnels. So that's the scenario if you're a beginner. What would be the scenario if you were an intermediate? Okay, you're out of pocket, if you like, $50. Okay, Same scenario, okay, nothing changes here. Just because you've gone up a level, you don't get extra bonuses, you're not allocated more, or you don't have to upgrade in order to capture bonuses. That's the same, okay? That is your constant, all right? And as we've always said, is that the funnel is your bonus. This is your bread and butter. This is your income, okay? The funnel is like your monthly bonus. So we already know that we're going to make $135 from that section. We know that we're going to make 948 from that section. Now, because you've got 155 people, okay, you've actually got in your funnels. Now remember that everybody who's in a 200 funnel, you won't get paid on that funnel because you're not in it. However, everybody who's in a 200 funnel is also in the 50 funnel. So you need to add up the people that are in this funnel and this funnel, all right, because they're all together in the $50 funnel. Now, ballpark numbers, you are looking at, and you'll be able to look at this on the commission plan straight away, is that you're going to effectively fill right up to level 4 on that funnel because of the numbers of people that we're talking about here. So what does that mean? Well, again, if you look at that commission plan, it's really straightforward to read. You're going to earn 177 on the top level, on that 4th level. You're going to earn 91 on the 3rd level. You'll earn 35 on the 2nd level, and you'll earn $12 on that 1st level. All right. Altogether, that will equal $300. Okay. So just by being in going from $25 to $50 a month, you've automatically increased your income by another $300 in this scenario. However, because you have 4 people who are directs and are also in the funnel, you also get a 50% matching bonus. All right. Now, I'm just going to roughly guesstimate. I don't know. I'm just going to Zukulize it a bit, okay? So because they're going to be a level above, we're going to knock out the 4th level, and we're just going to roughly calculate what that might be. And I am underplaying this, all right? But you'll understand why. So that will be 91 plus 35 plus 12, okay? So you will have 3 plus 4 people who are your directs who will roughly have businesses that will generate overall $138 each. Now remember, there's 4 people, so you'll times that by 4. You'll then divide that by 50%. That will give you approximately $270 just on those 4 directs. And then quick as a flash, I shall round this down a bit. So you're just giving yourself a pay rise. So you've gone from $25 up to $50. Your income has gone up from $1,000 to $1,600. Okay. Now you'll remember when we were going through pre-launch, we were talking about you will see a section which will tell you how much money you're losing. This is what we're referring to. So now, if you're making $1,000 a month, but you can see that you're losing $600, you know now you can make a conscious decision to upgrade. You know, you can effectively risk $50 now because you know you're going to get $600 more. Okay, so that's how an intermediate would work. Now, obviously, you'll be a step ahead of me now, so I'm just going to put this down here because we now need to look at the big one, which is, what colour shall I use? I'll use blue. What would happen if you're at the advanced level? Shall I do that here? Okay, so okay, can you see that? Is that all right? So $200. Now we already know, okay, because we've just calculated it, that you're going to earn so much money on that, so much money on that, sorry, so much money on that being the affiliate program. So we know that straight away is going to be, what did we say? 948 plus that's 1,083. Yeah. So we know that's how much you're going to earn from the affiliate program. We also know that you're going to earn 1,600 as being a member of the funnel. Okay. So we now know that that. I apologise. So we know that now that goes up to 1,600. Okay. So the calculation now is how much is the $200. So that again, straightforward to understand, is that you're going to calculate everybody here, and you'll be able to see that in the funnel there will be fill up to 3 levels now. Okay. So those 3 levels, because again it is part of a larger payout, you're going to get 394 on the 3rd level. You're going to get 151 on the 2nd level, and you're going to get 54 on level 1. Okay, added together, that is going to come to about about $600. Okay. You know also you've got 1 direct there. Now that direct again will probably account for this amount here. So again, you're looking at $200, that direct, divided by 50%. Obviously, is going to give you another $100. Is that right? Overall, if you can add that up, it's going to give you $2,300. Hopefully, if I just come down there, you can see that. So this is the scenario. You start off with somebody who wants to pay $25. Okay, you need to talk to them about how this affiliate program works in their favor. Okay, this is their bedrock. This is their money now. Okay. With this scenario, again, you know, you can cut and slice. You know, perhaps you're up to the $200 level. Perhaps with this scenario, you'd make 2,300, but perhaps you only had 75 people in. Again, you're looking at, you know, well over $1,000. Okay, perhaps again you've only got 15 people who are in all this. That's still $230. Okay, so you're still in profit. Okay, even in with 15 people in, even paying $200 a month. And bearing in mind that you're paying $200 a month for tools that you actually need in order to make money online. So if you're serious about making money online, you're going to need capture pages, you're going to need a blog, you're going to need an autoresponder, you're going to need the ability to create banners, the ability to create and customize capture pages. You know, we've got all sorts of things on there. You've got SMS tool that's coming, you've got a video scribe tool that's coming, you've got access to all the tools and the training, you've got the ability to sell those products as well. So, you know, there's lots and lots of things on there that I bet that if you sat down with a piece of paper and a pencil and calculated how much they would be, you wouldn't come shy of spending more than $500 a month to have all those tools. All right. So that's what you have got. So you're going to spend that money anyway. What we're showing you is how you can make money on that. All right. So that is the 1K napkin. How you would then boil that down is, you know, you can then pick out the important bits that are focused on you. So which bits of this have all of a sudden have you gone, cripes, I didn't realise that. Now, as I was doing it, and obviously I've been working with this compensation plan a while, is that I was staggered, right, and I always am, about the fact that this is a one-time payment, okay? And yet, you could earn, just in this scenario here, you could earn over $900 a month with a one-time payment. I don't know of anything out there that does that. If you do a monthly, then you have to pay monthly under normal circumstances. And who's to know that we won't change that at some time in the future? Who knows, you know? But at the moment, it's a fixed price. All right, make the most of it. $50, $200. As you can see, it goes up from $1,000 to $16 to $2,300. Okay, and then obviously you can then put your napkin in your pocket and get the guy to buy you a drink. And I'm now going to have a cup of tea.
Yeah, that's I love that way of explaining it. That is brilliant. I think I know some people that are going to definitely run with that. I think that Dean will love that for sure, and MG will want to go ahead and just watch this video a couple times over and over again. Yeah, that would be even a great, you know, presentation with a live meeting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I love it. I'm sure that's something you're going to do when you do yours. Awesome, incredible. I want to sign up again.
You're too kind.
I'm an owner. I can't. Damn it.
Yeah, it was worth getting my new pens for that.
Yes, yes, it came out great. Perfect.
Now
yeah,
I'm mindful of my time here, so I've got another appointment. So unless there's anything really quick questioning wise, or anything I need to go over, I'll need to make a dash for it. And I do apologise. People obviously know me. It's I've just got other stuff that I need to go and personal stuff I need to go and deal with. That's all.
Yep, no problem.
All right.
All right, buddy. Take care. Thank you very much, Darren. That was really great.
No problem. All right.
All right.
Take care. See you on Wednesday.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So yeah, listen, guys. As you'll see, we're doing a lot of different things with all the great feedback you guys have given us on the different things like paying your invoice and some of the other things that need to be information in the back office. It's all going to be added. We love good ideas. If you have an idea for a product, again, or a training, please send an email into ideas@zukul.com. Another thing is, I always fall into a trap of being really helpful to people, and I get punished and slapped in the hand. I've been slapped in the hand like 3 times today. Guys, please do me a big favor. If you have an issue with something that's not working right, okay, you need to send in a support ticket. What's more important, though, is if you have someone that you're bringing in and they're having an issue, we need them to send in a support ticket, okay? It has to come from the person that's having the issue so that when Jeremy and the programmer go look inside the system, they need to open up their account, okay? It's like saying, hey, I've got my buddy Fred who's got a problem, and then Jeremy has to ask me, okay, well, give me Fred's information, right? So please be conscientious of that. We don't want to try to go into something 4 times and send in 4 different messages to get a simple problem solved, or if we can identify that there's a disconnect in the system through the program or whatever else. Most of these problems are fixed very, very easily through the programmer as soon as we know where there's a missing link, right? But it needs to be the person's having the problem, okay? So if one of your downlines having an issue, please ask them to send in a ticket, explain well what the problem is so that they can go in and fix it real quick and have that taken care of. Pending withdrawals, okay? If you have an available balance to withdraw out of your account, which a lot of you will have a pending balance that you can withdraw out of your account, it'll say available withdrawal, okay? Well, suppose I have $120 that I can withdraw. Well, I do my withdrawal, right? And it doesn't show up in your wallet today because Friday, okay, every Friday is when Zukul will go ahead and transfer the money to the wallet, okay? And that'll be every Friday. So we open up the window early so that you can go ahead and do it anytime you want, and then when that Friday comes is when it'll actually be transferred over to your wallets, okay? We are opening new ways to fund through iPayout. Some people will be in different countries where they have nice cash availability to be able to pay an invoice through iPayout, which would be like saying, okay, I want to renew my membership, I want to use iPayout, and then what happens is I get an invoice created in iPayout, and let's say it's a $50 invoice. Well, I can go and use In certain countries, I can use different types of cash cards. If I have money in my wallet, I can pay from that. I can transfer my money to someone else's wallet, or they can send me an invoice, and I can pay their invoice from the wallet. So iPayout is good that way. Now, if you're a person, you want to bring in a big group of people, and you want to go ahead and use iPayout to do that, you would be able to basically ask them to create an invoice after they set up their accounts and set up their wallets to send you an invoice for the memberships, okay? And then you can accumulate those invoices, and then you send in a message to iPayout, well, it's through the system, saying that I want to pay these invoices and I'm going to use a wire system. They'll send you an email saying I need to deposit, or you need to deposit $365, which will cover the wire fee, and then that'll pay the invoices. So that is one way to do that if you need to bring in groups. But like I said, generally, and Darren did mention it, I want to reiterate this, we can't let the system allow people to be paying multiple payments from one PayPal account as well as multiple payments from the Instabill account. It's against their terms and conditions. It makes total sense if you understand this is a digital product. If there's an issue with the refund, then we have to find through the transactions which one it is and have it fixed. So it just can't be done anymore. And we want to stay above the board, especially with our financial institutions that are allowing this business to go forward. So again, if someone wants to pay through PayPal and they don't have a PayPal account, they're able to set up a PayPal account. It doesn't even have to be verified. They don't even have to verify their account until they run like $1,900 through that account. So if they do that and you need to send money to their account, you can send money from your PayPal account to their PayPal account, and then they can go ahead and pay their own membership. Okay? With the merchant account, it's as easy as going and buying a debit card that has a Visa or MasterCard logo on it. Okay? They can generally buy that. In the States, you can buy them anywhere. I mean, you can buy them at 7-Eleven, the grocery store, everywhere. In other countries, it might be a different situation. Sometimes they have to go to a bank. But again, what they need to do is buy a debit or credit card or prepaid card that has a Visa or MasterCard logo on it, and then they're able to use that to go ahead and pay. Okay? So that's what we need to do. It's going to clear up a lot of issues as far as confusion in the system and all that stuff. Anyway, listen, we're going to have a lot of information coming out this week. I know that a lot of new things have gone into the back office. If you want to know what I mean, go and open up all your tabs in your finances. Again, your invoice report is there, which means it shows you every single individual commission you made for every single person according to the date. It's all there, and all of these things are going to be adding more information all the time. And as well, we're going to clarify some things as far as confusement, like when you go to pay an invoice and you see that there is no pay button, right, with your option of balance, PayPal, or credit card, you don't see the pay button. Well, the reason why is because you have to check those 4 boxes. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a little note in red saying you must check the 4 boxes to be able to get the pay button up. Okay? But right now, if you have an outstanding invoice, you're able to pay, okay, either by balance, PayPal, or credit card at this point. As long as you check those boxes off, then you're able to go ahead and do that. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. And on Wednesday, we're going to take it to the next step. I think the napkin trick is beautiful, and I understand it now completely. This is something you can show someone using a napkin, right? Boy, it's pretty powerful. So with that, I want to say thank you for joining us today, and we will see you on Wednesday. Take care. Bye-bye.